We are on our way to one of the strangest little islands here in Denmark. Actually, only about 30 people live there, and there are apparently no cars, except for the people who live there can use them, but otherwise, no. So that's gonna be an experience.
Holy shit! Today we are at a Moingball, pretty close to a place or a city called Stubbekøbing. I mean, we sailed here earlier today, and the trip to get here was pretty uneventful. Took like 3.5 hours for us to get here, and we were motoring almost the whole way as we were just heading basically dead into the wind pretty much the whole way. We had one little stretch where we could, I guess, turn a little bit, and then we had the wind at our side. So of course I quickly pulled out the jib just to at least sail a little bit, but lasted like 10 minutes, and then we were back on course straight into the wind. But tomorrow things are gonna be a little bit more eventful as we sail to that island. The only thing, the wind looks to die a little bit down tomorrow, but hopefully it should be enough to get us the whole way. But now, this is our second time tying off and sleeping at a Moingball. I'm still having a little bit of trouble with it, at least how to do it, I guess, properly. So I guess my big issue is we only have this one center cleat here. And that's really annoying when tying off to a mooring buoy here, and also just, well, at the dock. But the reason is, you can see we do have a cleat here on the side, but there used to be one here, and it's gone. So another project for another day, but at least for now we have to use this center cleat. So the first time we tried doing this, I only used just one line going to the Moingball. But in the comments on that video, and probably rightfully so, some of you called me out for it, that's not good. I mean, if that line were to fail or something, I mean, we would be drifting. But also just for stability, it helps to have two lines. So that's what I tried to do today. I had to remove the anchor just to get it somewhat decent, but I still don't really like it. You can see in here they are just definitely gonna be chafing quite a bit on here and here, but there is quite a bit of wind, and we are sitting kind of stable, so at least that seems to help a little bit. But yeah, I mean, if you have any tips how I could better do this setup with this one center cleat here, I would be happy to know it. So it's definitely a nice little spot we found here. Beautiful nature. It's pretty protected and just nice and calm.
We flew the drone from the boat for the very first time, which was awesome. But at one point we also had to get it down again, which is a bit of a challenge when you're on the sailboat.
Hey!
Woo!
Nice!
And just to make things a little more sketchy, we almost ran out of battery as the drone was up. Because I had a phone call and it looked like a legit Danish number, so of course I picked up. But it ended up being one of those lovely scam calls.
And so it's quite fitting that I just want to take a moment here to talk about the sponsor of this video. And how amazing is that we actually have a sponsor, and that is Incogn. And for a very long time, I've had the problem of getting just tons and tons of these spam and scam calls. And they always somehow manage to use a Danish number, so it looks super legit, and I always pick up. Basically, there is an entire market that deals with yours and my personal information. Think your email address, your phone number, your address, your hobbies, and your shopping habits even. So all that information is being bought and sold, and companies can use it to send you personalized ads, spam you with scams, or things that are even worse. But you actually have the right to request that these data brokers, as they're called, remove all the data they have about you. The problem, it's almost impossible for you and I to know just where to start, who to reach out to, and who even has this information. And this is where Incogn helps out. I signed up and allowed them to act on my behalf and reach out to these data brokers to tell them to delete all of my data. On their website, I can keep track of the progress, who they've reached out to, who have complied, and so much more. They do all the work, and I just enjoy the benefits of not receiving these scam calls. Because since I signed up for Incogn, I haven't received a single one of these calls.
Okay, so this sounds super helpful, and I'm definitely gonna sign up as well. If you want to, you can use this link below to get a 60% off an annual plan and get started for yourself.
So thank you Incogn for sponsoring this video and help keeping me spam free. Now back to the boat, as I think it's time for dinner. So we are, Sally is just about to cook up some dinner. And I mean, I went, I guess I went shopping before we went here. Just bought all the food and all the stuff we needed, and I don't know. I think I forgot something or what?
So I was gonna make like red curry in like coconut milk with rice, and like the rice was supposed to cook in the coconut milk, but he forgot, like he didn't buy coconut milk or red curry, so now we have plain rice, a bell pepper and some tofu, and that's it.
That sounds like a pretty good dish to me.
What the fuck? This will taste like nothing. Stupid man. I don't know what this is gonna be like, but I have to do it with water.
Whoops. Sorry. Dinner is served. What did you do to fix our food problem?
I have to use like the spice packets from like instant noodles. So that's it. We don't even have salt or anything. So tofu, spice packet, rice, bell pepper.
Even stuff like cooking on the boat is a process that we have to learn.
I can easily cook on the boat. You just need to buy the right stuff.
Sorry. The final verdict. Scale of 1 to 10.
2.
Pretty beautiful and warm morning here in Denmark, so we just spent a little bit of time out here in the sun with some morning coffee, and now the baby captain woke up as well, so Sally just made this little shade tent so that he can join us up here as well. So yeah, we're just gonna hang out here for a little bit, and before too long we're gonna set sail towards the island. Right, it is time. We're gonna release the Moingball and then we'll get out of here. So we're just gonna get a little bit further out there, and then we'll set sail. We'll take up the mainsail first, see how that is, and then we can add the jib later or after, as we see fit. All right, that should do it. So we're now gonna head back up into the wind and try and pull up the main. I'm happy with that, so let's turn off the engine completely and see where the wind will take us. Well, that was a success for sure. We are moving. I'm not sure how fast, like Navionics says 0 knots. It is acting up a little bit on the phone. Hopefully we can get some kind of better navigation equipment at some point, because this really sucks. But with that success, we're gonna pull out the jib, see if we can get even more speed. So let's do it. Oj, ja, skat, nu sker der noget, kan du mærke det? Holy shit! Just as I was struggling to get the jib out all the way, a gust of wind picks us up and we start moving really fast, even heeling a little bit, which is the first time we ever try that. Alright, we are moving for sure. And that definitely added a lot of speed. Navionics says we're going like 5 or 6 knots, but how accurate that is, I don't know, but we're definitely moving a lot faster now. So that is lovely. So let's see how long we can keep this up and just cruise. The baby captain is awake and he's hungry and a little bit angry, so Sally is chilling with him. Hopefully it's just gonna be smooth sailing, the weather's nice. There's enough wind apparently to get us going. This is awesome.
Every day we wake up, eyes still closed, and no one knows the things behind our shut eyelids, or where any of it leads. I was blind and hoping, now my eyes are open. None of what I see makes sense. My mind's a fence, but I'm still.
And yeah, just as I said that and we were going pretty fast, the wind just died. Like, absolutely disappeared. Nice. Okay, now we lost all speed completely and now we're just drifting, and yeah, it's not the best part. There's a lot of like motorboats coming through like the passage here. So I'm thinking I'll just pull in the jib and turn on the engine just so we can move here. We also have to move beneath a bridge right over here. So let's do that. I mean, I'm thinking then we'll just have to motor sail for a little bit until we get some more wind. Typical. All right, I think we got a bit more wind, but now as we hit under the bridge up here, we're just heading straight into the wind. But after the bridge, we're gonna like turn off, and then we should be able to catch the wind, and hopefully we can sail the rest of the way then. We are now gonna turn, and that should make us have the wind in a more favorable, well, directions. And there's a little bit more wind now, so we should be able to do it. So we're just gonna pull out the jib. Basically, we're just gonna make a little turn. And you see, so here's the bridge that we just went under. Basically, we have to go under the same bridge, just further up there. There's just an island in between. So let's pull out the jib and get going. Still really not a lot of wind for us. I guess the wind felt stronger as we were motoring into the wind, so it felt like there was a bit more than there actually is. We don't have any kind of instruments, you know, to measure the wind or nothing like that, so it's all by even like our wind, what do you call it? The wind arrow on top is broken, so that kind of sucks. So yeah, a lot of stuff to fix on the boat. All right, both sails are up again, but Will we get any more speed from this? That is the real question. Alright, so we've basically been just motoring, well, practically the whole way. I think the wind changed a little bit since I checked the weather forecast this morning. So almost the whole way we've just been sailing dead upwind. And as we're going through those narrow channels, we don't really have a choice but to just motor. It's not fast, but we are moving. Maybe 2 knots. Again, around this time, the avionics on the iPhone just start struggling. Then it says 0, then it says 3, then it says 1. It's just, yeah. After hours of on and off sailing and motoring, we finally approached the little island. So, time to take down the mainsail. Alright, we made it to the island of Nyord. Now the entry and the docking was pretty uneventful again. It is a very tiny marina, but pretty cute, and there's loads of tourists here, so yeah, some people to help out at the dock. But now it seems like perfect timing. The baby is waking up, so we're gonna get ready and then we're gonna explore this weird little island. Far from home and horizon looking like a sunset dream. And I'm talking water crashing.
The island of Nyord is small, just 5 square kilometers and home to about 30 to 40 people. Besides that though, there are quite a few vacation homes. Nyord is a car-free village. Only the inhabitants are allowed to drive their car on the island. But this gives Nyord a very chill and very much a laid-back island vibe. The houses are beautiful and there are some nice cafes and local shops. Nyord is also part of a nature reserve, famous for its bird life. So you can and will see a lot of birds, and in fact I'm told it's one of Denmark's best spots to see migratory birds. We grab a coffee and just walk around for a while before heading back to the boat. We're back on the boat after exploring the little island of Nyord, which was really nice, and we've been so lucky with the weather as well. And well, that was our trip for now. Very successful. It's about to be a little stormy here in the next few hours and tomorrow as well, so it's a good thing that we're going home now because we aren't pros enough to handle that. So thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe to not miss out on our stupid adventures where we do a lot of things we don't know anything about. Bye!